What up, people? It's your boy Chig, and you are through to a member stream. That's right, where I know it's going to be a real late night one, but specifically, it is midnight as I record this. Why? I thought, let me try something different because it occurred to me, and someone said this to me, and made a really good point. Now, I always tend to make my member streams around 9, 8, something like that. And it's not just UK members I have, it's members around the world. So I thought, you know what, that's a fair point. And actually, in this particular instance, it will convenience me to make it a bit later. Why not make it later? So this is a member stream specifically for anyone who's able to make it, but it's a midnight one. But it is obviously free for anyone to view. So please do stick a like video. Let me try that again. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button and let's get it moving. Now, obviously, you know what this video is going to be about. It's really going to assess the Aubameyang and the Willian likelihood. But while I'm here, I may as well also break some unfortunate news that's happened over the last hour or so. Should have known Arsenal could not get this deal over the line. There's no other way of saying it. Napoli have agreed terms with Gabriel Magalhães. They've agreed personal terms with him. The only thing that's left to do is now close the deal. They've obviously brought him in as the direct replacement for Koulibaly, who is set to leave the club this summer. I was gutted when I read this. I might as well read the full article so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. For those of you guys in the members chat, hello. I'm just going to go through some news and we'll go from there. I was gutted to hear this. I'm not going to lie to you. I was gutted to hear this. So this is literally just news that's broken within the last half an hour. And Napoli have agreed terms with Gabriel, with Koulibaly set to quit. Scroll down. Sorry. Manchester United and Arsenal have reportedly been dealt a blow, with Lille central defender agreeing terms with Serie A side Napoli this summer. It was stated earlier in the week that the player would make a decision regarding his future, with speculation at the time suggesting that Arsenal would win the race to sign a Brazilian. A few weeks ago, the player's agent was in England speaking to two clubs, which could very well have been Arsenal and United. However, it was then revealed that United had not only spoken to the agent of the player, it was then revealed that United had only spoken to the agent of the player and not Lille. So that gave the suggestion that there was not a concrete interest in the player at the time. For whatever reason, it could have been that United have only just managed to get rid of Alexis Sanchez so far this summer and not receiving a fee from that, with the player signing for Inter Milan permanently, joining Romelu Lukaku and Ashley Young, who left the club last summer and in January, respectively. By the way, you now probably guess this is a very much a United rumour mill, but just got a feeling that this is true, just the way it's broken. Arsenal supporters seem confident that they could make a deal between 22 to 27 million pounds this summer, which is a good deal for an up-and-coming central defender who's left-footed. Okay. If Napoli end up signing Gabriel this summer, it could mean that Koulibaly is leaving the Italian club, and he's been a player that United, City, and Liverpool have been linked with. Although the club moved for him. Anyway, so yeah, essentially it looks like Napoli have actually got one back on us. And if you remember, obviously, when we were fighting for Pepe, it was between us and Napoli. We managed to get one up on them. It looks like it's 1-1 now. Damn shame. I can't help but feel like this is just Arsenal not moving quickly, not being decisive enough. Gabriel's been available all summer. Let's just be real here. And it does make you wonder how aggressive were we in trying to close this deal out. Very disappointing because I know that a lot of us really wanted to sign this guy. I felt he was the best available option out there. Now I know people are now going to ask me, so Chu, know who do you think is the best available option out there? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know who you would dislodge now. And that's going to be interesting. That's going to be the real question now because, you've seen Arsenal's targets really start to evaporate. One of them I would have suggested would have been Ake. He's now gone to City. Gabriel looks like he's going to Napoli. Aubameyang looks like he's staying at RB Leipzig at least one more summer. Although, to be fair to him, he played really well today. Our targets are starting to evaporate. I saw a story earlier today of some potentially other bad news that, Thomas Partey is interested in Juventus, who are obviously trying to clear their decks at the moment. The only thing that might play into our hands in that situation is they've got perhaps even more deadwood than we do to clear before they can bring somebody on, you would have thought. But if you're Thomas Partey, you're thinking, boy, I might just wait for Juventus. They're in the Champions League. They've also got a new, exciting, up-and-coming manager who looks like he's willing to make changes. That, to me, would seem like a more enticing project than an Arsenal project. So I don't know. It really depends on what Partey wants to do. I'm hoping and praying that his supposed love for Arsenal is strong enough that it can win us that battle. Obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, Atletico Madrid played RB Leipzig today. They lost in the very last minute or very last moments of the game. So now you'd have thought that any potential progress for a deal will now start to accelerate. I will say this, the only thing I will say is usually in most transfer windows, Arsenal keeps one surprise in the chamber. Sometimes it's a big surprise, sometimes it's a who the fuck is that surprise. But it does worry you when you see so many defensive targets go. I know that the justification now will be, oh, well, we've got Saliba, we've got Mari, so there you have it. It's like, we could have done more than that. So, I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, I read that story and I was like, shit. So I saw it, I was like, gosh damn. I wanted Arsenal to complete 2 deals. It would have been Partey and it would have been him. It would have been instantly better for it. But again, what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I will say this, right? So there is some confusion over what Willian is set to earn. So I've been seeing stories all day that Willian is set to earn £100,000 a week. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be £100,000 a week. Full stop. That's pretty much that. Now I'm reading right now that my man is set to earn £220,000 a week. And that all in all, he is set to earn 35 million throughout his deal with Arsenal. We never learn, man. And it's like, let me not even go down this road. We're not going to go down this road. But, for a club that is supposedly trying to save on finances, it seems odd, to say the least. But again, what do you guys think? Let me know. All right, let's talk about Willian. Obviously, Willian and Aubameyang are 2 deals that we assume is either close to being done, if not done. I say that because last week, supposedly, Coutinho was around the corner, and so was Gabriel. Since then, we've had Coutinho more or less distance himself from any kind of imminent deal with Arsenal. And Gabriel is about to sign up with Napoli. So really, anything can happen. But I think what has surprised a lot of people is that I think most people expected this deal to have been announced by Monday, maybe Tuesday, because I think I heard about the Willian deal we knew from last week. And I think the Aubameyang deal, everyone kind of realized it was happening. What, Saturday, Sunday? So we kind of just assumed that by Monday something would have been announced. It hasn't. Then there were rumors that I couldn't believe were true at the time, but now I'm starting to think that they may be. That Arsenal are gearing towards tomorrow being the day where they announce all these deals. Because it's Aubameyang and it's 14 and it's going to be the 14th. So they believe that that will be the day that Aubameyang. It's like, surely we're not as corny as that. It's like, actually, we are so corny. We could absolutely be the ones to do that. What do you guys think? How likely do you think it is that we would do something like that? I do wonder that if the deal doesn't go through tomorrow, let me ask you another question. What do you think that then means? That I would definitely like to know. Like if it definitely doesn't go through, something's got to be up, right? Something won't feel right about it. But again, let me know what you think. You guys know I made the promise. I'm personally not talking about Mesut Ozil on this channel moving forward. So I don't really have anything else to say about that. But if you have missed my kind of view on Mesut Ozil, I've already given my rant earlier today. So check out that video and let me know what you think. I thought it was a very reasonable rant, but you guys can tell me something different if you like. Martinez. Now, I did read this story. I'm wondering what Martinez's goal is. So I read this story and I wanted to get you guys' take on it before it breaks. So these are I'm looking on one of my sources where the stories that break before they actually become big stories. So this is where I get a lot of my transfer rumor stories from. So Emilio Martinez has said that 10 clubs are interested in signing him, according to Marca, which is a Spanish publication. Oh gosh, let me just burp. There you go. Arsenal's first choice keeper, Bert Leno, suffered an injury in the game against Brighton on the 20th of June. That ended his season. Martinez, who's currently the longest serving Arsenal player, stepped in to deputise him. The Argentine performed admirably, never say that word properly, and was one of Arsenal's standout players in the last 6 weeks. Martinez stated that the North London club's last 8 games. Sorry, Martinez started the last 8 North London clubs' last 8 games. Arsenal won 5, lost 2, kept 3 clean sheets. He started for the Gunners in the FA Cup, and they eventually won it by beating Chelsea 2-1, as we already know. Mikel Arteta has the unenviable task of deciding who will be Arsenal's first choice goalkeeper. But that's what you want, man. I don't want a keeper that's happy to be number 2, because that means you are never pushing the number 1. At least you've got 2 guys who, Leno would demand that he's number 1. I think he's had a reasonably good season. I don't think he's had the amazing season in the way you guys think, but I think he's had a good season. I think there's no doubt about it. He's absolutely saved us some points. But I think the way you guys give him too much credit sometimes is he's absolutely lost us some points as well. So the exact same. You have to be fair and balanced. If you believe that Leno has won us points, you also have to accept that he has lost us some points as well. Whereas with Martinez, for me, I think he's come in a difficult situation. In a situation where I'm sure mentally he checked out of that club. Mentally, in March, he thought, right, I'm off, I've had enough of this. Because if you remember, there was a period where Arteta came in, he wasn't even playing in Europa. Martinez, which I thought was a bit unusual because we got into a habit, even under the Wenger days, of playing one goalkeeper in the Premier League and one goalkeeper in the Europa League. Now, I know lots of people had their own opinions on that. But it was just weird that all of a sudden Arteta came in and refused to do that. It was like, damn, Martinez that bad that you don't rate him like that? And then, so that's kind of what makes me think that I think Arteta will choose Leno as number one, because I think, as well as we think Leno's done, I think Arteta doesn't rate him enough. And I think ultimately, in the end, he'll go with, I don't think he rates Martinez enough. So I think ultimately, in the end, he will go back to Leno. And I truly believe that as well. And it's a shame because I think, like Ola has said on my channel before on a couple of occasions, you should win your place back. You shouldn't have an automatic right to it. It's unfortunate you had an injury, but let's face it, that is what happens sometimes when you get into the side. I remember the same thing kind of happened. Was it Silvino? I think it was Silvino when Ashley Cole broke into the side, and I think Silvino had this injury. And I think it was like an EFL Cup game. And then Ashley Cole came in and basically just held on to the place. You didn't see Silvino again, really. Held on to the place, and that was that. That was all she wrote. It takes opportunities like that. It's maybe it's other people's misfortune, granted, but that's sometimes what it takes in order to be able to see your opportunity out. This is a tough conundrum. And I don't know if Martinez is just talking it up a little bit, saying that, there are 10 clubs available for him. I know Mark had this habit of exaggerating situations, so I will take this with a little bit of salt. But I do feel like he is trying to send a message pretty much since he won that FA Cup. Listen, just so you know, I'm not just chilling on a bench. Just so you know. I've had 10 years of waiting. When I was called upon, I did my job. And you should stand by me in doing my job heading into next season. And I agree. What do you guys think, though? Let me know. Again, leave it in the comments below. Now, I'm going to try and see if there's any more talking points. Because it's late, I'm not going to go on for very, very long. But I just want to see if there's any more talking points to touch on very, very quickly. Ben Archie, I see you. Mr. Soto, I see you. Honestly, I believe we won't sign a centre-back after signing Louise. Gosh, I hope not. Man, I hope not. I hope you are wrong. I very much hope you are wrong. It is very possible. Robert Smith, I think that Martinez has won us some games. I don't think Leno would have agreed. Archie, if the Aubameyang deal doesn't get announced today, it won't happen. Dragging on way too long. Yeah, I do sense that as well. I must admit, I do sense that as well. Let me just check a couple more stories before I come to you guys in the chat room. If anyone does want to come on, guys, no long diatribes or anything. This is literally going to be a fly in, fly out. I'm not going to be on for very, very long. I know I owe you guys like a long stream. I'll make sure I get that to you at some point. But this one is going to be real short. I'm literally going to cut us off very, very quickly. So I just want to really, I want to get your thoughts on a couple of things. Not the Mesut Ozil thing. I refuse to talk about that. But I'm going to talk about the Willian thing. I want to get your idea on the Willian thing. What you think he's set to earn. What you think of the signing. Where you think he's going to play. Keep it real, succinct and brief. The Aubameyang thing. Do you think he's signed? I heard a story today that supposedly he's waiting until the end of the week just to see if Barca come in for him. which also could be the reason he wants to wait until Friday. So we'll see there. What else? What else? The Gabriel thing, very, very quickly. I want to just get your opinions on Gabriel. Do you think he's signed for Lille? Max, I've seen your comment to say that you think it's rubbish. I hope so. I hope so. But whenever I see these stories that break just before midnight, usually it tends to be a widespread story the following day. So just know where you heard this first. What else? What else? What else? And so yeah, Gabriel, Willian, Aubameyang. Should we just keep it? Oh, and then very quickly, I think I've asked people this before. Who is your number one for next season? Martinez or Leno? Don't need a long explanation. Just a very, very quick Leno or Martinez. So we're going to touch on those 4 points for a very quick 20-minute discussion or so. I'm going to put the link in the community post as I always do. So go over there and get it if you're a member. And come on and have a little chit chat, but it won't be for very long, guys. Because basically, I don't want to be falling asleep, you guys, straight up. All right. So let's do this. I'm gonna put the link in the community post. So bear with me. And also, for those of you guys who are watching, can't chat in the chat room. The reason being is this is a member stream, but it's real easy to become a member. All you got to do is click on join. There are 2 levels. There's one silver level, which basically gets you early access to all my videos. You get an access to gym membership vlogs when I start them, which I'm hoping will be the end of this month. And yeah, you also get to be on this, and you get to see FIFA streams when I resume them. For the goal membership, you get all of that, but you get the earliest possible access to videos. So chopping block, for example, all the gold members at the moment have access to the chopping block that I dropped at 9. The silver members will have access to that 9 in the morning, and everybody else will have access to the chopping block series at 9 p.m. tomorrow. So that's just basically how I work. You also get Cooking with Chigs, which is an exclusively gold members video series. I'm going to revamp that as well. The other half gave me an idea, which I think actually will be really, really good. I'm going to do a challenge for myself on Cooking with Chigs moving forward. So I think you guys will look forward to that. So for those of you who are fans of Cooking with Chig, keep a lookout for that. And also I'm going to do a couple of sports related movie reviews as well. So stuff like Football Factory, 89. I've already done a review for 89. I just need to put it up. So other stuff that's going to be gold member specific. So you do get treated around here. Don't worry about it. They're treated around here. And other than that, just support the show, because everything that I get from it, let's put it back into the show. That's all that ends up happening. So if you like the show, if you like my monk sticking around, that's just all I use it for. Is just put it back to the show. So if you want to support the show, that's the best way to do it. So just click on join and sign up. And I promise you won't regret it. All right. That's enough of my plugs out of the way. Let me go and put this into the community post. Do stick a like on this video though, and do feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Community. There you go. Also, by the way, gold members, another Cooking with Chig will be dropping on Saturday. I've already recorded it. It's been in the tank for a while. I'm just gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it live on Saturday, and on Sunday evening at 7, FIFA streams are coming back. I know people have been asking me what's happened to the FIFA streams. They'll be back Sunday. Keep an eye on that. They will be dropping. I resume my career as Arsenal manager. Why is this not doing what I'm asking it to do? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Because I can't multitask. So because I'm talking, that's what the problem is. Believe it or not. Here we go. Okay. A quick member stream, guys. Also, if you do come on, and this is not a particular shout to you, Robert, but let's face it, it happened to you last time. Do make sure that your audio is working properly. I had lots of people talking about the fact that they couldn't hear everybody on the stream. So please do make sure your audio, your mics, everything is working as it should. All right, here we go. All right, so that's up now. So do feel free to jump on as soon as you guys are ready. And we keep this moving. Let me come into the chat room in the meantime. Daniel Soto. Like we all thought it would be a stopgap for a new signing, but I think the pandemic, we all have to wait again. Yeah, I hear you. Daniel, why don't you come onto the stream? I ain't had you on before. I'm always keen to have people that I've not spoken to before. Come onto the stream. It's in the community post, so do feel free to jump on as soon as you're ready. Big shout out to my newest member, Delon. Looking like my man is like a younger Ja Rule out here. I'm gonna lie, you straight up, if that is not your picture, you look like a dead ringer for Ja Rule. So big up to you, my guy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay with me, my guy. And do feel free to jump on if you are ready, when you're ready. Okay. See my usual 2 motley crew in the lobby, but give me 2 seconds before I put you guys on. Robert, I hope your mic is working today, mate. I hope your mic is working today. Test it while you're in the lobby. Football chats. You're another one that I want on at some point. And you, Ben. I know you've gone quiet. I don't think I've forgotten about you. Looking through for something for a second before I have people on. 85 people watching me at midnight, just going on. Legends. Please do stick a like on the video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm just quickly checking a second site just to see if there's any more stories I want to quickly touch on. Hope you guys are well. More teasing from Aubameyang. Maybe the thing will be announced tomorrow. Who knows? Let's see. Okay. All right then, cool. Nothing else really coming on. Okay, I'm going to bring on Robert and Max as I see them in the lobby. But do feel free to jump on. Link is in the community posts once again. And yeah, let's do this thing. Sergio in the house. Oh my goodness, Sergio. What are you saying, brother? Are you all right? You good? All right. Welcome, you guys. I hope you're well. Say hello to the people.
How you going, guys?
Good. Robert, I hear your voice today.
I'm doing it off my phone.
That's good. All right. So what do you guys think about the Aubameyang and Willian thing?
Okay, so personally, I think Aubameyang will sign on the 14th. You know, it's very Arsenal-like to have it on the 14th. You know, and you were touching upon it earlier. I think personally, for me, I think it's very symbolic. I think if you think of all the symbolic events that have happened over the last couple of years in terms of Arsenal sort of doing stuff like this, it's very Arsenal-like, as you said. On the Willian thing, I think the whole 200k thing is just media trying to trigger people. Yeah, I think with the Willian thing, I think it's just media trying to trigger Arsenal fans because we know how they love to get triggered, especially in terms of like, you know, ripping our hairs out mentally, so to speak. And also with the Gabriel thing, I just feel like it. I read reports saying that apparently Napoli have a gentleman's agreement with Lille in terms of getting him. I heard also reports coming out by the same newspaper agency saying that supposedly Lille will only get Gabriel if they manage to sell Koulibaly. Yeah, so I think and obviously you have a lot of rumors about Arsenal also closing in on the deal. So that's just, I think it's just, you know, it's all up in the air at the moment. We won't find out for the next couple until the transfer window shuts whether Koulibaly gets sold or not. I don't think anyone's going to meet his £80 release target, which is what Napoli want for him. And I just want to give a quick shout out before I pop off the stream and let some other lovely people talk. I was on a podcast with Life of a Gooner, lovely person. I was on a podcast. I expressed my thoughts about Ozil, and I watched and what I thought about that. And I won't let you touch upon it because I watched Lee and your comments on it, and I had to piss myself laughing because they were quite interesting. And I personally, with the whole Ozil situation, I'm just bored of it. I just want to either play the guy for the last year of his contract or not play him at all, and just make up a mind. He's clearly not going to go, and I just want him to like either make their mind up and make a choice. And as I said, Life of Gooner podcast is on Spotify. The latest 2 episodes I spoke of upon the transfers and on the Ozil situation. But yeah, that's just, yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me on, Cheek. Love to see you guys. Obviously, everyone else that's here. And I'll be in the stream watching you guys' thoughts. So I'm out. Laters.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Max. Appreciate that. Okay. Robert, what do you think about all of those subjects?
I don't really. So I used to listen to all the gossip and all the transfer rumors, but now I just can't get gassed through anything because I know Arsenal will mess it up, and that's what it's looking like. And the Martinez thing, I think he should stay in goal until something happens, or you know, because I think he's a better player. I think he's a better keeper than the other keeper.
Okay. And Willian and Aubameyang, what do you think is going on there?
Aubameyang.
Do you think they'll be announced tomorrow?
You mean? Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be because it's an Arsenal thing to drag it on all summer.
So annoying though. It's just like we knew about this at the start. It's so annoying.
I think the fans are starting to get annoyed with it now.
Okay. Mr. Soto, I hope you're well. I had to mute you because some of your background stuff was coming in, but I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm good.
Welcome.
Sorry about that. It was just the AC. It's just pretty hot over here.
Don't worry, these things happen. So go on, tell me, what's your thoughts about Aubameyang and Willian for tomorrow?
Well, honestly, I think we're just Arsenal. I think they're just waiting for a big name signing, because honestly, I think they're just waiting until a certain amount of time, especially after the redundancies they made with the 55.
That's a fair point.
I think it's just to put that on the side and just people forget about the situation. And pretty much about the Ozil thing, I think it was pretty obvious, and realistic about this whole Ozil thing, especially since it's last resort in terms of financial, since especially after he was cut off from Adidas, and especially after those comments about the China and the whole Muslim situation, especially how it costed Arsenal, especially in financial terms. I think it's one of those main reasons why they're just starting to like leave him off the side and pretty much leave him off the team.
Yeah, gosh, you made two very interesting points that I've not really ever looked at it like that before, because you're right. I think his comments, because I don't think he's had a particularly good year on or off the field, because that it did really start with that, where he made those comments about the way he feels that Muslims are treated in China, and that just it torpedoed us in that side of the country. Because they kind of made this sort of declaration that as long as Ozil's there, they won't be investing in Arsenal at all. In fact, so much so, they removed Mesut Ozil off their version of FIFA or something like that. Like, they weren't messing around. And I think that has really perhaps been a real telltale sign that, because obviously losing out on such a huge market like China, and we've got a pretty decent following over there. I would imagine it's probably had quite a disastrous effect on our finances, and I didn't really think about it like that until just now. At least from that perspective. So maybe just treating him in such a way whereby they can make it clear that, listen, we are trying to get this guy out of the club. He's got nothing to do with us. You can see that we are distancing ourselves from him. Maybe that's a good way of trying to show China, we don't support necessarily his comments. So I can understand that. That's a really good point I never really thought about before. And what was your other point that I agreed with?
Oh, about the Muslim situation, or
No, the
Adidas deal.
About the I think it was about the Adidas.
Oh, about Aubameyang, about the announcing it, like pretty much having it like a certain gap after the certain news about the redundancy.
Yes, you're right. Yes, about the redundancy situation. Yeah, I think it probably would have been a good look if the day after you put out a statement saying you're going to make 55 people redundant, you then announce deals for expensive players. So it would not surprise me if the deals have been done, but then just trying to maybe work out a suitable time when they can announce those deals. I've got a newsflash for Arsenal. Whenever you announce it, ain't gonna look good. So they may as well just get on with it. I mean, unfortunately, and someone said this to me recently, and it's completely true. Unfortunately, buying players drives the business because it drives shirt sales, it drives potentially ticket sales, and whenever tickets finally go back on the market, people buy on the basis of what you do in the summer. So from Arsenal's perspective, regardless of how many redundancies they need to make signings. They absolutely do. Apart from the fact that we need it, actually, I think it drives the club on. So that's kind of my thought process on that.
Yeah, especially since I don't know how the fan situation is going to be with season tickets and away fans, and pretty much I don't know, it's going to be the same amount of income that they receive each season before this whole pandemic happened.
Where do you stand with the Leno Martinez debate?
Wow, that situation, it's actually pretty tough since I think both of them are pretty good goalkeepers, and they're very good in their own different way.
Yeah,
but I think Martinez is gonna leave. Honestly, I think he'll just go with I think he'll just go with the sort of bigger name or more popular guy, Leno, and especially after his injury, I think he'll just keep on having his confidence with them. And I don't know if it's the same thing with Bellerin as well, especially with the Ainsley Maitland-Niles situation about going to Everton and like supposedly a Spurs move. But yeah, I think
Can you see him at Spurs?
do I see him? Not really, but I do see him moving to another club, especially like ever since his recent forms and like his outstanding performances that Arteta seems to just keep on benching him even after those performances and still supporting Bellerin and pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I think those are fair points. What do you think, Robert? I think Daniel makes a really good point about the whole maybe announcements are coming late because Arsenal are trying to just space it out. It wouldn't surprise me for Arsenal to try and think strategically with things like that. Think to themselves, all right, well, we've just made an announcement about redundancies. Let's leave it a couple of days and then we'll make an announcement about Aubameyang and Willian, and hopefully it won't come across too bad.
I mean, if they've got the deals done, why not announce it straight away? I don't get this holding it back for the right time. Like with Arsenal, there's never a right time. I'm just getting sick of it. I don't know what any of the others feel, but I'm a nearly 50-year-old man, so it's just getting. We're here. Oh, we were going to buy this player, and then we don't, and then you're going to buy another player, and then we don't, because they've screwed it all up. That's why I can't get gassed by any signings anymore. If we sign a player, yeah, that's good. But I just can't get gassed by any rumours anymore.
I have a group chat with a bunch of mates, right? And before we used to be a case of every single day we'd share each other the rumours of players that we were linked with now. Now we're so fatigued by Arsenal. It's kind of like, just don't tell us nothing unless the deal is actually crossed the line. I'm not interested in the rumours. Just show me what they look like in the Arsenal shirt, and then I'll get excited. And actually, I can't blame them. It's like, fair enough. I can't blame them for that because Arsenal, he's probably one of my mates is probably watching this now because he's usually the one who requests me to not bother putting rumours in the chat because it's just like he's just so sick and tired of being disappointed by Arsenal. It's just kind of like, just don't show it. We both know it's not going to happen. And it's kind of like, fair enough.
Yeah. Like back in the day, like you didn't hear, oh, we were interested in this player or that player. It was just in the papers, you've signed that player and they're holding up either a scarf or the shirt. And to be quite honest, I'd like it to go back to them today. Obviously, with social media, you ain't gonna get them days ain't gonna come anymore.
Okay. In terms of Thomas Partey, let me ask you both. Let me get your final opinions on this prior to us heading off air. Let's start with you, Robert. Do you think we get this deal over the line? It's been such a protracted deal.
To be honest, I think Arsenal's going to screw it up. I think he wants to come and we can get him, but Arsenal are dithering, offering this player, that player. It states in there the buyout clause. They want 50 million euros.
Yeah.
There's no haggling with that.
Yeah.
So just go and pay the thing.
Yeah. That's basically what they've said. They said that they don't want to sell the player. So if you want him, take it out of our hands. That's basically what they've said. And Arsenal are still trying to make offers. It's so typical Arsenal. Daniel, what about you? First of all, do you like Thomas Partey? And second of all, do you think we get him?
I think Thomas Partey would be an amazing signing for the team. I think he'll just improve massively. He's to it. And do I think that the signing will be done? I don't think so. I think we'll just go on and go with our second option. I think we'll just go with the next player down the list. And yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
Was worried you were going to say that, to be honest. I was worried. Yeah, I'm. You guys know this, and anyone who's been watching me for a long period of time knows I follow this story really from the get-go, even the idea, notion of it till now. And people keep asking me, "Do you think it's going to happen?" Last week, I was more confident than I was this week. You know, this week I'm starting to hear stuff like, "Oh, he wants 200k." In my mind, I'm like, just pay him the 200k, but it's like they're trying to prepare me for when Arsenal fuck up. That maybe Arsenal couldn't afford 200k, or Arsenal couldn't buy him outright. So in my mind, I'm mentally trying to prepare myself for that disappointment of us not getting him. So people ask me all the time, what is my percentage now? How likely do you think it is that Arsenal get Thomas Partey? Honestly, I'm probably at 25%. Still not dead, but I'm not confident. But I think the next couple of days will really tell us where we stand with Partey. Now that he's out of the Champions League, let's see how far we can get with him. Okay. All right. Now, before we both go, I'm going to ask you guys one question only. I want a very, very brief explanation as to why. And then you'll find out exactly why I've asked you that question. In the meantime, before I do that, let me welcome, first of all, Max, another Max, that's joined and become a member of Willian Eagle Eyes. Thank you, my bro. Welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. And yeah, just enjoy the perks of the show. So thank you very much, my guy, and I appreciate the support. Thank you. All right, let's just do this. Robert, where do we finish next season with what we have right now? Let's assume Willian is done. Let's assume that Aubameyang is done. Where do we finish in the league next season with that?
To be quite honest, I think where we are now, I don't think we're going to go progress without getting Thomas Partey and probably another midfielder.
Okay. So
I really, it hurts.
Wow. Okay. Daniel, how about yourself?
To be realistic, I don't think we're even gonna make the top 6 again this year with the signings we have. I think what Arteta will probably just go is probably just leave the league as it is and probably just go all out for the Europa League.
Okay. Max, to answer your question, if you can come in the next 2 minutes, just go to the community post where the members are. The link is in that. So come join, and yeah, you can do it that way. All right. That's how you do it. If I put it in the chat, then everyone will be able to join. So I put it in the members section of the community post. So go click on that, and you'll be brought in. I'll wait a couple of minutes. In my view, for you guys, with what we have, like Robert says, I think similar. Like you say as well, I think similar. I think because the Willian thing, did we need him? Yeah. Whereas I think we definitely needed Partey. We definitely need Gabriel. So I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for Max, let me ask you one more question. If we get Partey and we get Gabriel, and that's all we do, where do you think we finish?
I think we could, if we get them two, as well as the Aubameyang deal and the Willian deal, and what we've already got coming in, I think we can finish top 4.
Okay.
But can I just say one thing?
Go on.
People keep saying back the manager. Why should we back the manager if the board ain't going to back the manager?
Exactly. Max, welcome. I hope you're well.
Hello, mate. How are you?
That thought. I will come back to you. Thank you for joining and becoming a new member. What do you think about what we talked about?
Well, I was just, I've been watching you, Chick, for quite a long time. I just wanted to come in because I just wanted to come in and join in the conversation here.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't really been listening to what you've been talking about in the last 5 minutes. What's been the conversation?
So basically, what we've been talking about is the likelihood that Aubameyang and Willian deals are announced tomorrow.
Right.
Where we think we're going to be in the league after those signings, and then how that prediction changes if we get Gabriel and we get Partey.
Well, this is my opinion on it. I think Aubameyang signed. I think he's signed the contract. I think it's done and dusted. Willian's done and dusted as well. It's just all about Arsenal announcing it. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal announced it tomorrow. It wouldn't be a shock because it's the 14th. I hope he does sign because I actually after the FA Cup I ordered his shirt with his name on the back of it. I never get the name. I never get a name on the back of the shirt. But I got so gassed after that final. I'm telling you. I just went on the website and ordered the shirt with Aubameyang on it. And I pray to God it gets announced tomorrow. Because if it doesn't get announced tomorrow, it should be because that's such an Arsenal thing to do. On the 14th, if it doesn't get announced tomorrow, I'm going to start getting worried. But I think he's done it. Willian's done it. With Gabriel Magalhães, I've seen we were the favourites completely to sign him. I was checking the odds on it, but Napoli I saw have come in.
That's what I said to the boys.
Yeah, Napoli have come in and kind of like snatched it up a little bit. So I'm a bit worried about that. I really hope we can sign him. To be honest, though, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't hear of him before we got linked to him. So,
Well, in that case, let me change up the question then.
Go on.
Say we don't get him. Who
Yeah.
would you want Arsenal to go and get?
It's centre back.
What centre back? What is that?
Mate, you know what? The thing with Arsenal, I couldn't tell you because the thing with Arsenal is I could say, you got to go sign him, you got to go sign that. Arsenal are just like, if you say, we need to sign a centre-back, we'll go get linked to a right winger. That's just the thing that Arsenal do. I couldn't tell you what centre-back we want. There's so many names I could name you, but I've seen what Gabriel Magalhães is... since we've been linked to him, I've watched some videos and he looks brilliant. This is something that we need to bring into the team because this is all about the development now, rebuilding the squad.
Yeah.
And it is crucial. It is crucial Arsenal take the front foot in signing these players just so Arteta can start rebuilding this squad.
Oh, man. Why didn't you join earlier?
Mate.
I'm always talking. I've noticed this. Okay.
But it's all right. I was watching the whole time and I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna sorry for my language. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna join up and get on.
All right. What we're gonna do, because I did say I wasn't gonna go on very long. I'm gonna ask you because I'm gonna ask Daniel the same question in a minute, right?
Yeah.
Based on tomorrow's signings only, let's assume that's all Arsenal do.
Yeah.
Where do you think we finish in the league next season?
So if we sign Gabriel Magalhães, get Aubameyang up and Willian.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. If we sign Willian and Aubameyang, that's it.
Just Willian and Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna say we're gonna finish fifth next season.
Fifth, okay. More optimistic to me.
Now, let me just say one thing. Sorry to interrupt. If the other man wants to speak there, I'm sorry. The thing is, last season I said with the gas transfer window we had, oh yeah, we're gonna get top four. You know, when the Pepe came in and we signed Saliba, and it was just all hype. I was like, we're getting top four. This season I've been a little bit optimistic. You know, like I was thinking a few weeks ago, oh, we're gonna get 7th or 8th, and normally I just jinx myself constantly. And I 5th is just seriously like above what I actually think we're going to get. But to be hopeful, I think we're going to get 5th. 5th, okay. scraping 5th.
I've got to get you, DVS Dallas, and Mac and the other Max on the same stream. Explosive combination.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, if we get Partey and we get Gabriel,
yeah,
where do we finish?
If we get Partey and Gabriel, you know what? I'm going to say we finish 4th. We're going to finish above Manchester United if we get Partey and Gabriel, but I don't think we're going to get Partey.
Ah, damn it! You broke my heart there at the end. Okay.
I know. Right. No, I'm sorry. As much as I want Arsenal to sign Partey, look, I can't say that we don't think we're going to sign him because we went and pulled Pepe out the bag. Like it's just an Arsenal thing to do. We're just going to do it. It's the last minute thing. This is the club, you know. This is what we do.
Yes.
Partey would be a dream. That's the signing that we all need. That's the signing that needs to happen. But if we do get Partey and Gabriel, I think we're going to finish 4th. And I don't say that with absolute confidence. But this is the last bit of confidence. This is the last time I'm going to ever have confidence in a transfer window and give my top 4 prediction and say that Arsenal are going to finish 4th if we get those 2 players.
All right. Okay. So you guys can congratulate Max for this. I want to have a conversation much longer than an hour. So I'm going to have a second member stream. I'm going to do it on Sunday at about 6. Anyone who wants to come on. There could be 8 people. I'm just going to let you all debate. I'm going to try. So DVS, that's the time. Max, we know you're listening in the background.
Yeah,
that's the time. Alan, you just asked me if you can come on. Bro, wait till Sunday. Even the 2 that are on right now, Robert and Daniel, Sunday, we're going to have a massive debate. I'll think of something.
Arteta in.
I'm just, I kind of want to continue, but my eyes are like closing at the same time. So let me quickly ask Daniel. So Daniel, same question that I've asked Robert and I've asked Max. If we just sign Aubameyang and Willian tomorrow, where do we finish?
I have just one thing to say to everyone. If this does happen, we need to pray.
I agree with you.
It's going to be a long, long season.
That is already like doom and gloom. Oh, boy, that's all we do? Wow. Go on.
Yeah, we'll probably just finish, I think, based on the FA Cup run, and if hopefully we have the same luck, we'll probably just finish. We'll probably just win the Europa League. I think we'll probably win it. Well, depending on who drops out of the Champions League, of course, but hopefully we win. But I think we'll just finish 6th or 7th. We'll probably just barely clinch 6th if that does happen.
Okay. And then finally, if we do that and add Partey and we add Gabriel or someone of Gabriel's ilk, where do we finish?
I think I think it'll be between 4th and 5th, but it depends on form. I think it all depends on everyone now, on everybody in the team. I think we just need to rely on everyone who's in the team right now, and it depends on them now. And pretty much, I think we could probably clinch 4th, depending on who, if it's Chelsea or Spurs, to like have a horrible season. But Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's that. For anyone who wants to know what I think we'll finish 8th if that's all we do tomorrow. Like Daniel very aptly said, we need to pray or something. And 5th, if we get Partey and we get Gabriel, I still think we're missing something else. I still think we'll need something else, but 5th if we get those two. All right, so Sunday, let's do it. Let's just have a major 2-hour stream. Let's just do it.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock,
Yeah.
Sunday, football chats, DVS Dallas, anyone that wants to come on, Robert, TD Shifts, Max, come on. We'll have a massive chit chat, debate, anything you guys want to talk about. We'll do it. I'll have a vague agenda, but the conversation will go where we go. All right.
Ozil.
Oh God!
Don't get me started. I've just joined. Don't get me started about Ozil, mate. Don't get me started.
Right. If you guys put it this way. I said I wouldn't talk about it, but if you guys want to get something off your chest, I'm going to let you have at it. All right? Because I've got a feeling someone like you will have a completely different view to what you lot will have. So
can I get something off my chest? Can I get something off my chest right now?
Go on.
I woke up at about I woke up quite late today. I woke up midday. I saw the Ozil interview. I cannot tell you how angry I was when I read the interview. The fact that he's trying to make Arsenal he's trying to make himself the victim and he's bigger than Arsenal. It made me so angry. I can't even explain to you in words just how upsetting it was just to see that, because it was upsetting because I've been against like him and everything and all his fanboys and everyone that backs him for the last few years, but it was just really upsetting to he's kind of proved all of my points right, because he's sat there and he's openly said, I'm staying here till my contract. I didn't take that pay cut. And it was so cocky. He thinks he's so much bigger than Arsenal Football Club. And that was just really, just for me, that's the end now. The slightest bit of hope I had for him, just to maybe just leave with some dignity, is finished. And that man now, for me, to make this club progress, go forward, rebuild, he cannot be in part of the squad anymore. He just cannot be part of the squad anymore. He needs to go. I would take, honestly, this sounds ridiculous. It would make me probably more happy to see Arsenal announce tomorrow that they've paid off Ozil than us signing Magalhães. That sounds a bit ridiculous, but like this is just dividing the fan base. It's dividing the fan base so much. It's dividing the fan base, and it sets the club back so much, because we go on a good run of games, and then Ozil gets brought into the conversation, and it's just let's all go back to square one. Let's all have a fight again, and just leave, please. It's so frustrating. Seriously, I cannot stand him.
All right. We'll have a Mesut Ozil debate.
He still thinks he's in 2014.
Yes.
I know, right?
Yes.
You said you wouldn't say anything. Okay. We'll have a Mesut Ozil debate. We'll get it off all of our checks. Friday, 6. Let's do it once and for all.
Yes.
And then, moving forward, this boy is not going to be mentioned on this channel again. And I'll even try and see if I can nick Lee for that.
Oh, mate. Lee. God, that's going to be good. That's going to be
all
good.
Right? No promises, but I will try. This is going to be easily my most disliked video, but fuck it. Let's do it. All right.
Bring in
God. Special. That's my thank you membership for you guys. So Lee's going to be big surprise tomorrow. I'm going to be like, mate, I need a favor. But yeah, I'll speak to Lee and then we'll go from there. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me this late. I know it is late. And I'll catch you guys again on Sunday. All right? Enjoy the rest of your night or morning or afternoon or where you are in the world. And I'm out of here. We're out of here. Take
See ya.
care.
See ya.
Good stuff. Bye bye.